Hello, everyone, and welcome to Geek Out, the brand new game show brought to you by the enthusiastic nerds over at Hot Chocolate Media and So You Want to Be an Imagineer. My name is Jacob Gulliver, and I will be your host and moderator this evening. In this new format, we present a celebration of the fandoms we love with a dash of competition thrown in to keep things interesting. Our hope is that you've tuned in to join us for some trivia tonight. Play along with us from whatever corner of this big blue planet that you are in. Remember that no matter who wins tonight, we all win when we get to share in that rare opportunity to geek out together. Also, in solidarity with those fandoms we love, we here at Hot Chocolate Media and So You Want to Be an Imagineer want to take a brief moment to voice our support for the Screen Actors Guild and the Writers Guild of America. Strike on, friends. Now, on to the topic of the evening. In this episode, we'll be taking on Pixar. Yes, Pixar is a 3D animation pioneer, bravely putting their souls into each and every film, pushing up the boundaries of what is possible within the medium, taking what we know and twisting it inside out, and catching other studios turning red with jealousy. This incredible studio is clearly light years beyond the rest. Sounds like an ideal topic to geek out over together, don't you think? Let's meet our contestants for the evening. Say hello, Geek Champions.
Yo.
Hello.
Welcome, Jacob Wile. Welcome, Lazerdude. I've worked with Wile a few times on various different things here. I think Lazerdude and I were maybe on a podcast together like 3 or 4 years ago, something like that. Maybe once upon a time.
We really do need to just get a flow chart of like the So You Want to Be an Imagineer cinematic universe at this point.
Right.
Getting as convoluted as the MCU.
Yes, absolutely. Starting with Wile, what do you consider your areas of expertise in the Pixar realm?
Well, like generally, basically, I have seen all the movies and TV and series and shorts they have done, and I know quite a bit about their history and behind the scenes stuff. Plus I also came prepared.
Ooh, the Pizza Planet shirt. We love to see it. Lazerdude, how about you? What would you consider your areas of expertise?
I would say definitely the early years of Pixar, because I was the kid that would when I liked something, I would rewatch it over and over and over and over again. So like from Toy Story till like The Incredibles, I would watch everything. Like every special feature, bonus feature, every frame, every little thing like that. The early years of Pixar, every short I'd rewatch a million times. So that, and of course, like I still love Pixar. I've still seen every single movie. They've fizzled out a little bit. They have, but that early hot streak that went all the way till about Cars, like that is my area of expertise, I would say, for Pixar.
Nice. All right. Well, let's go over how the game works here. If you haven't tuned in before, here is how this works. In a moment, we will see the game board with a familiar format containing 10 categories with 6 questions each. On their individual turn, our contestants will pick one of those categories to test their knowledge against and proceed through from the easiest up to the most difficult, having 5 seconds approximately to answer each one. If they miss a question, their opponent will have their own 5-second window to steal. Once all 6 questions have been fielded, the turn then passes to the next player. Now, we thought this might be too simple, so we've made sure to add in a secret villain to keep our contestants on their toes. And this villain could appear at any time, and when they do, some rules of the game are going to change. We hope that you're playing along with us, but for those of you in the comments, try not to post an answer until after both contestants have had a go at it. As always, I will be offering the highly coveted prize of a $10 Chipotle e-gift card. The stakes have definitely been higher, but we're going to pretend, so I hope that's all right.
I also just want to formally show you guys that I am keeping track of the score in a very professional way here.
Awesome.
Yeah, look how legit that is. All right.
Okay, are we ready to take a look at these categories?
Yep.
Let's hop into it like the Pixar lamp.
All right.
It's Sid.
Yes, friends, our villain has appeared very early this episode because Sid Phillips is our villain tonight. The miscreant has seen fit to take a few of the categories we had planned and Frankenstein them together, much like his toys, which may make those categories a little bit harder. There will also be a few quick answer questions that will appear scattered throughout the other categories, where instead of answering when it is your turn as normal, the first person to call out an answer will take the point. Those ones, it is important to answer quickly, as there will be a bottle rocket on screen, and if no one answers before it goes off, both players are going to lose a point. So let's take a quick look at these categories. First up is Toy Glory, BlueDragonFive special category, all about the wonderful toys you know and love. Next up is Brad Birds, a category comprising questions both about Brad Bird, the human being, as well as other birds scattered throughout the Pixar filmography. Third is Pint-Sized Pixar, a selection of questions about the Pixar short films. Fourth comes Two Cars, Too Furious, Tiki's special stunt category, featuring questions exclusively about the most universally derided Pixar flick. Next up is Dinobots, another mashed up category, featuring questions about both The Good Dinosaur and WALL-E. The next category is Balloon Alebrijes, a Frankenstein collection of trivia on both the two saddest Pixar films, Coco and Up. Pixar in the 2020s is pretty self-explanatory. Circus Bears, our final chopped and screwed category here, contains questions about both A Bug's Life and Brave. Our penultimate category is Peckish with Pixar, featuring trivia on all the amazing food to be found within Pixar films. And then finally, Raising the Bar has questions on all the technological achievements as well as some unusual awards that Pixar has earned over the years. Now, according to tonight's coin toss, Lazerdude will be going first. Would you like to select a category?
I'll go with Toy Glory.
Toy Glory. All right, here we go. Question number 1. Which of these is not a feature of the Buzz Lightyear toy? Ejecting wings.
Magnetic boots.
Magnetic boots is correct. Question number 2. What Disney voice actress portrays Barbie in the Toy Story franchise?
Oh.
I'm sorry, you're out of time. I'm going to throw that over to Jacob Wile.
Jodie Benson.
Jodie Benson is correct. And who does she play in the Disney films for a bonus point?
Ariel from the Little Mermaid.
Absolutely. Awesome. Question number 3, back to Lazerdude. In the original treatment for Toy Story, Woody wasn't a pull-string cowboy. What was he?
He was a puppet. Or, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's close enough. He was a ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the word I was looking for.
Yeah, so I'll definitely give you that one there. And they kind of paid off that early idea with Benson in Toy Story 4. The kind of evil ventriloquist dummy. All right, question number 4. Ever since its introduction in Toy Story, the Pizza Planet truck has officially appeared in every Pixar film except one. Which one is unconfirmed?
I'm not sure, but I'm going to say Soul.
That's not correct.
Oh.
Jacob Wile, any guesses?
The Incredibles.
The Incredibles is correct. You may have that point.
Though technically, it did appear in the video game.
It's an awesome little extra ad there. I love that. Okay, question 5. Back to Lazerdude.
I know. There's no extra points for that. I just wanted to share.
Absolutely. What feature or features does the Toy Story version of Mr. Potato Head have that the real life toy does not?
Hat.
That's not correct. Wild, do you want to take that one?
I believe individual feet.
It's missing the foot hole. I'd say that's close enough. You can have that. Okay, on to the next one. This is a quick answer. Name 3 characters from Toy Story.
Woody, Buzz, Jessie.
Buzz, and Jessie.
I think Wile got it first there. So Wile, that's yours.
And we named the same 3 characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You're so close. You're so close. All right. Question 6. In the Toy Story That Time Forgot, what is the name of the dinosaur-themed toy line?
Oh, Cretaceous Park?
Nope.
No,
correct.
sorry.
Wile, do you know it?
Battle SARS?
Battle Stars is correct.
Oh,
Oh, man.
that was just
That was a contested category right there.
that was a shot in the dark too.
I just want to point out a couple people in the comments here. We have Dylan Davis just saying hi. BlueDragonFive after his category saying, "Did someone summon me?"
Yes.
We've got Little Blue here, and also Z and K saying a friend of mine's been doing a rewatch of all the movies and doing appropriate food tie-ins with each film.
Oh, I love that.
There's been a lot more than I thought for the package category. Yeah, we were actually a little bit skeptical if we were going to be able to fill that category, but it was surprisingly easy.
Yeah, I mean, I could have written dozens of questions about all the different food elements in Pixar films, but I tried to come up with a good variety of ones that are simpler and more challenging.
Code Geass is also here. Code Geass anime fan.
Nice.
All right.
I was like,
That soup.
the thing is, I was kind of nervous when Lazerdude picked Toy Glory. I was like that's the one I wanted.
Cars 2 Furious is going to be the last one on the board.
We'll find out.
It's because
We'll
Cars
find out.
is like the next one next movie I'm gonna do on my animated look back, and I haven't rewatched it yet.
Okay, let's
All
see.
right. Wile, it is your choice to pick a category here.
That's I'll go below Balloon Alabrijes.
All right, let's zip down to Balloon Alabrijes. Question number 1. What was Hector's nickname for Miguel in Coco?
What was it?
I'm going to throw that over to Lazerdude. Any guesses?
I don't have anything, but I'm going to say Loco because it's like one of the few Spanish words I know that might fit.
I'm afraid not. It was Chamaco,
Right.
which means kid. Question number 2. In Up, what was the name of Charles Muntz's dirigible?
The Spirit of Adventure.
Yes, that is correct. We'll jump right ahead to question number 3. Coco and Up share a composer. Who is that composer?
Michael Giacchino.
That is correct. For a bonus point, do you know which of the 2 films he cameos in?
Coco. He was basically the composer for the bowl at the end of the movie.
You're correct. The deep lore. Question number 4.
The only reason I kind of know that is because he also used it as his Twitter profile for a bit.
Okay. Which Pixar animator was the basis for Russell in Up?
You mean like facial features?
Yes.
Pete Sohn.
Pete Sohn is correct. Question number 5. Who does not sing a version of Remember Me in Coco? Hector, Miguel, Ernesto, or Enrique?
Enrique.
Enrique is correct. Knocking him out of the park here. Question number 6.
Except for the first question.
Yes.
Yeah, but I didn't get it.
What does Ernesto blame Hector's poisoning on in Coco?
The chorizos.
Chorizo is correct. All right. That category is roundly yours there. Let's head back to our board and have Lazerdude pick a new one. I'm just thrilled we got all the sound effects to work in this one. If you couldn't guess.
Well, I'm going to say Brad Birds.
Brad Birds.
I love that pun.
Yeah. Question number 1. What did the seagulls in Finding Nemo repeatedly say?
Mine.
Correct. For a bonus point, do you know who voices the seagulls?
No. John Lasseter?
No, I'm afraid.
Can I get a bonus point for saying it?
If you know it, yeah.
Andrew Stanton.
Andrew Stanton is correct.
Yeah, I figured it had to be one of the creators, but
Yeah.
I didn't know which.
All right. Question number 2. How does Russell befriend Kevin in Up?
He throws the ball? No, I don't remember.
No. Wile, any guesses?
He feeds him chocolate.
Correct. Yes, he gives her chocolate. Question number 3. Back to Lazerdude.
Okay.
Brad Bird has also directed a film in what popular action franchise?
Well, he directed Mission Impossible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
He directed film in Mission Impossible.
Nice. Do you know which one offhand?
Ghost Protocol.
Is Ghost Protocol.
Yeah, Ghost Protocol. Yeah. For a second, I thought, wait, that's the name of a Call of Duty game. I'm like, no, wait, that's something else.
Yeah, easy to get mixed up for sure. Okay, next question, number 4 in this category. In Brad Bird's original pitch for The Incredibles, which member of the Pars was the only one not able to fly? Bob, Helen, Violet, or Dash?
I'm going to say Dash.
That is not correct. Wile, would you like to steal?
Bob?
Bob is correct. That is yours.
I didn't even know that. I was just
Well, I was going to guess that too, but I thought, well, if he can run, why would he fly? But
yeah, I'm with you. All right, question 5. Who piloted the fake bird in A Bug's Life?
The junior ants.
Yep.
With Dot and.
Yep. Yeah, the little Girl Scout ants.
Yeah.
Flick was there too, but that was the big ask for sure. That is yours. Last question in the category. What Pixar movie was scrapped because it was too similar to the film Rio?
Oh, was it that gecko one? I don't remember the name of the movie, but about a gecko.
I'll give that to you. I'd say that's close enough. The film is called Newt, but yeah, it was about a little lizard guy. Yes. So that's easy enough. Somewhere there's somebody who's a real, herpetology expert who's mad at me for equating a newt, a gecko, and a lizard. But I'm sticking with it for right now. Let's go back to
I'm sorry. Is there one more?
Going to go back to categories. No, go ahead.
We got Z and K in the channel just saying blueberries rock.
Yes.
Also, I just want to point out, I don't know if any of y'all have seen the new show Jury Duty, but in a good way, I cannot watch that show now, or I cannot think of A Bug's Life now without thinking about that show. That show pulled like the best random Bug's Life reference. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Anyways.
I've had like 3 people tell me it's good, but I haven't seen
It's really good. James Marsden literally got nominated for an Emmy for it, which I think is incredible if you actually know the context of his role. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'll go with Dinobots, even though I have not seen The Good Dinosaur.
Okay, fair enough. Let's do it.
Risky.
You're not missing out on anything, Jacob.
Yeah, I know.
What is the name of Arlo's father? It's going to be a hard one if you haven't seen the film.
I know. I'm kind of banking on the knowledge for Wally to pay off here.
I'll throw it to Lazerdude. Any guesses?
Bracco?
No, it's not correct. His father's name is Henry. Question number 2. What does the acronym WALL-E stand for?
Waste Allocation Load Lifter Earth Class.
You're 100% correct. I was worried that nobody would get that, but I'm thrilled that you had.
I had waste allocation, but the other was some I couldn't think of.
Yeah.
Fun fact: the large ones aboard the Axiom are called Wall A's.
Yeah.
Axiom class, got it.
All right. Question number 3. Which legendary comedic actor made history as the first live-action actor to appear in a Pixar film?
Fred Willard as the CEO of By and Large.
Correct. I'll give you a bonus point if you can give his character name as well.
I know
it's such a great name. It's so silly.
I don't remember.
Okay. Lazerdude, would you like that one?
No, I don't got it. The
Okay.
only thing coming to my mind is President Business, but I know that's like a movie.
That's
Yes.
the Lego movie.
The character's name is Shelby Forthright, which is such a hilarious name. It's so wild. All right, let's go to question 4. Sam Elliott voices what species in The Good Dinosaur? Velociraptor, Nyctosaurus, Tyrannosaurus, or Colchocephalus?
Tyrannosaurus.
Tyrannosaurus is correct.
I mean,
That
that
one
much
is
I-
yours.
I mean, that much I do know from The Good Dinosaur.
That's the dumbest scene in the whole movie.
Question number 5. The voice of Wall-E is a sound effects genius best known for creating the iconic soundscapes of what blockbuster franchise?
Do you want the name of the franchise or the guy who made the sound effects?
If you've got both, I'll take them. You know, that trivia is fun.
Star Wars first for the franchise, and the actual
Correct.
and the person who did the noises was Ben Burtt.
Correct. Those are both correct. So that point is yours. All right, let's jump to question number 6 here. What was The Good Dinosaur famously first announced as?
The untitled Pixar movie about dinosaurs.
Yes, that is correct. Unfortunately, that is true. I mean, come on, Pixar.
They had a logo.
Absolutely insane.
They had a logo made
They had
for
to-
it and everything.
They had to call it The Good Dinosaur to fool people into thinking, no, it's good. See? It's in the
They-
title.
The thing is, they made a logo for it and everything.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I always worry coming into these kinds of things. Am I a little unprepared? And boy, oh boy, if you can get to that stage where you're Pixar pulling that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they did the same thing about.
Oh, man.
They did the same thing with Inside Out. I'm pretty sure that was untitled Pixar film.
Was it
about
really?
Untitled
emotion.
existential crisis movie.
I'm pretty sure they've done that at least a couple other times. I think Dragon would know. Speaking of which, Dragon says Uncle Morty, or I'm sorry, Uncle Monty, not Morty, Jesus. Uncle Monty from A Series of Unfortunate Events says, shame Gulliver for the newt thing.
Yeah.
He said unfortunate Evans.
Yeah.
True. Unfortunate evens.
Oh, I said that
Evans.
typo. ZNK says the character encyclopedia doesn't help. It just calls him Papa. Why not Henry? Yeah, that is annoying.
It's
All
like
right.
asking somebody in the 90s, it's like, what is the beast's real name? They didn't say it in the movie.
Also, ZNK is standing up for the Sam Elliott T-Rex. He's a fan.
Sure.
I mean, that scene is made better just because it's Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't
Yeah,
even
he's
seen the
in a
movie.
great
I
movie.
guess that's. I mean, I know that's bold claims from someone who says I haven't even seen the movie, but Sam Elliott basically improves anything he's in.
He runs around like he's riding a horse, Monty Python style. It is the dumbest thing.
Like I said, Sam Elliott improves anything he's in.
All right.
I have
Okay,
not seen
dude,
this
if you're,
film, but I am. You're selling me on watching it, whether for legit entertainment or both of those
Icing
sound
on a
good here.
piece of crap, Jacob. Even if it makes it a little better, it's still a piece of craps.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
Kokias agrees. He says, to be fair, Sam Elliott is one of the best things in every film he's in.
That is true.
Oh man.
Isn't it your turn, Lazerdude?
Yeah, I'll take
is yours.
Pixar in the 2020s. So
Pixar
see
in
if
the
there's
2020s.
some
Yeah,
facts
yeah.
that Jacob hasn't memorized because it's new.
All right, question 1. Spoilers, ahoy! If you haven't heard the
God.
answer to this one,
I know this.
cover
one.
your ears. What is the secret identity of the evil Emperor Zurg in Lightyear?
It's old, decrepit Buzz with the dumbest twist of all time.
Correct. Yeah, never been done ever. No circumstances.
Yeah.
Super original.
Has anyone made a? Sorry, I was just gonna say, has anyone made a meme with like the old Buzz coming out with that toilet system? It's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
God.
We can only hope that exists somewhere on the internet.
And I'm just thinking of that
probably TikTok.
that one recess clip that I like to pull up of Muriel Finster. Me. All right.
All right. Question number 2. The town setting in Luca is named after what Studio Ghibli production?
Oh, My Neighbor Totoro?
That's not correct. Wild, do you know this one?
The town of Porto Rosso is named after the movie Porco Rosso.
Correct. Yes. It's a nice little piece of trivia there that I didn't know when I was doing research and stuff. I forget who had this question. It might have been one of yours, Tiki, but that was really interesting to find out.
It was one of mine. I'm glad you appreciate it.
Yeah. Question number 3. What is the name of the Cloud sports team in Elemental?
Oh, well, there's the Windbreakers is one of them. I don't remember the other one.
Tiki, you're going to have to help me with this one because it's not the answer I have, but I will give a point for technically correct if it is.
Yeah, that is the other one. That is technically the other team. Yes. So I will give him the point.
Yeah,
Awesome.
you can have it.
I was just going based off of the one that was like more focused on because there was a character that was like a big fan of them. But yeah,
Yeah.
does count.
Well, it's hard to not remember a team named the Windbreakers. I mean,
Right,
it's
right.
literally about blowing gas. You know, it's like that's the more
Windbreaker.
memorable
To
one.
be fair, Windbreaker is also a type of jacket.
Well, fair, true, but when you're breaking wind, that's not what people think of.
Correct.
know.
Yes. Yeah.
I know.
All right, let's move on to the next one here. This is a mutant toy bonus question. Here comes Legs. She's used her hook to pull half of the question off screen. So you'll have to answer it without reading the whole thing. Go ahead and give it a try here.
All right, what short did I'm gonna guess it's like Dominic something direct turn. All right, well, I have to guess a short. I don't know who the person is, but I'm just gonna guess. The Sanjay Super Team.
No, that is not correct. Wile, would you like to steal here?
Before directing Turning Red, Domishi directed Bao.
This is correct. That is your steal there.
Yeah, I forgot about Turning Red. Of course, it's in the 2020s.
Correct. All right. Question.
I really like how this turned out visually, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, I found a series of GIFs by one artist. The artist is GBLWang, by the way, if anyone wants to know. But that is the thing. All right, question number 4. The dragon at the end of Onward takes on what distinct, unusual form?
Isn't it? It's either the school or the gym mascot that comes off of the wall. So yeah, the school.
Absolutely, that is absolutely correct. It's like the manifestation of the school building, but it's got the mascot face and bits and pieces on there.
People always said school's gonna kill you, but I didn't think it'd be literal.
All right. Question number 5. The legendary jazz performer Dorothy Williams is portrayed in Soul by which actor of Marvel fame?
Oh shoot! I don't think I'm going to be able to remember her name in time. So,
Wile, would you like to steal?
Is it Angela Bassett?
It is.
that was what it was. I was
Queen
trying to think of
Ramonda
it.
herself.
Yeah, I could think of the character, but I couldn't think of her name.
That is okay. You're in the right spot, and that's is part of the game, isn't it?
It
Question
is.
number 6. Which of these is not a member of the fictional boy band Four Town, as seen in Turning Red? Is it Robert, Tai Young, Aaron G, or Jesse?
I'm gonna say Tai Young.
That is not correct. Wile, would you like to steal?
I don't know either, so I'm gonna guess Aaron G.
Aaron G is correct.
Oh, come on!
I thought there was. I think it was 2 Jessies.
There is 2 Jessies, yes.
There's Aaron T and Aaron Z.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. There's 2
There's
Aaron.
no Aaron G.
Well, that's like I'm not gonna remember the last initial.
This is the last question in the category.
I didn't know
We try
it
and put a hard
Fair
one.
enough.
I didn't.
Fair enough. I
Wait
mean,
a
it was
minute, I didn't
multiple
know.
choice.
I've only seen Turning Red once. I didn't remember any of the names. From
Well, I only saw it once. I saw a guy react to it. Like once in a while.
So you just had just as much chance as I did.
So, as somebody,
No, that's not true. I
Yeah.
had a 1 in 4 chance. You had a 1 in 3 chance.
Okay, fair enough.
As somebody who has done 3 of these now, the rapidity and accuracy with which you are answering these questions is pretty high. So it's gonna be okay if you miss a few. Don't worry about it.
All right, all good.
But you're doing.
I feel like Jacob
great.
has a lead,
Yeah.
though. That's all. I'm trying to get every point I can.
Absolutely.
All right, going through the comments here. Dragon says it just had to be the good dinosaur, not the great dinosaur. Come on, Pixar, think. They just call it like the masterpiece dinosaur.
Well, instead of the good
That
dinosaur,
movie made me happy dinosaurs went extinct, okay? And I'm a
Oh,
fan
God.
of dinosaurs. I love
I was
dinosaurs.
like,
That movie made me okay with it.
I guess
Brutal.
instead of okay, I guess instead of the good dinosaur, it's the okay dinosaur.
Little
even
Blue,
okay,
yes,
it's fun.
there is a very memorable. It's not even a reference. I would say it's more of a plot point in Jury Duty. It's quite memorable. And like I said, it's not like it actually like really humanizes the movie. Like it's actually one of the most touching moments in the whole show. Okay, Z&K says it's the stupidest villain twist they've ever done in relation to Zurg. Kogia says, Zurg, Buzz, I am your father. I'm also you from an alternate timeline. Don't ask. Apparently it looks like
Who's my grandfather? You are.
we might want to go back and check the tapes here. Looks like Dragon perhaps could not, or maybe Dragon's just making a joke. He says good visual, but the audience can't see it. Great. I'm not sure if he's making a joke or not.
I think he's talking about the legs.
Oh, okay.
Like,
It's
Uh,
possible maybe the GIF didn't work or something
Yeah.
like that. But
New
Hey,
Horizons
it
said he
looked-
liked the effects.
you guys could
I'm
see
not
it,
sure.
right?
I mean, I saw.
Yeah,
the
I could
legs,
see a
but
movie.
You could see
Okay.
it, yeah. So
it's like-
And if we could see it, that's all that matters, you know. Everyone watching it. I'm kidding.
It's like-
kidding.
well,
Well,
it's
just
the
I
legs.
wondered if the feed, at least to you guys, was working. Why wouldn't it work to the audience as well? But
I do not know.
Hey,
Anyway.
what
BlueDragonFive also says, "Come on, Lazerdude, wake up! There's always 2 errands."
I
Okay.
think you mean 2 Aarons.
Oh,
Yeah.
I appreciate that reference.
Yeah, no.
Hey, hooray! It's the most overused Key and Peele reference.
Dragon, you're killing me.
I still appreciate it.
I know.
So Dragon, I don't know if you see it. Dragon commented,
Yeah.
"GIFs work, but half the question got cut off." That was in fact the point. Legs has used her little hook to pull half the question off screen to mess with our
Somebody's not
players.
listening.
These mutant toys like to get up to some nonsense, and no spoilers, but you'll encounter maybe a few more here before the night is out
And
that like to mess with questions and do silly things.
what are the
Alright.
remaining categories?
We've got pint-sized Pixar, 2
Yep.
Cars Too Furious,
Circus
Circus Bears.
Peckish with Pixar and Raising the Bar.
Yes.
All right, I'll go with 2 Cars Too Furious.
2 cars.
Ooh, okay.
Too Furious.
Comes in at about the halfway point.
Question 1. Which real world location is the setting for the film's conspiracy unmasking scene?
Isn't it Venice?
It is not. Lazerdude, would you like to steal?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it's Paris, but you think that the place that's all water had a race?
I mean, I was
Sorry,
thinking.
Jacob.
Neither of you are correct, I am afraid.
Okay.
It is Buckingham Palace,
Oh yeah.
but
Yeah.
that is
Of course, because
okay.
they're the English special agents. Duh.
Sure.
Yeah.
Question number 2. At which award show was Cars 2 not nominated for Best Animated Film? Kids' Choice Awards, Golden Globes, the Annie Awards, or the People's Choice Awards?
The Annie Awards.
That is not correct. Lazerdude, would you like that steal?
I'm gonna say the Kids' Choice Awards.
That is also not correct.
Dang.
It was the People's Choice Awards. I guess just a rough year for animation. to be nominated at multiple award shows.
It got a Golden Globe nomination.
Apparently, it did.
Oh well, like the big awards like Oscars and Golden Globes, they don't actually care.
Yeah,
it's like, I mean, I'll defend
Yeah.
Cars 2, but I'm surprised it got a Golden Globe nomination.
yeah.
I figured
don't
that
know.
it would be too obvious to put the
Yeah.
Oscars in there because
Yeah.
the Oscars have better sense than to nominate that. But
When Tiki proposed this category, I said, I'm fully relying on you to create this content. I have only seen 20 minutes of the first Cars film on an airplane, and I turned it off because doing nothing was better in my mind.
ooh,
So the idea of a sequel or a threequel,
I will say in that movie's
just
defense,
sounds-
you did not get to the best parts. But
yeah.
all right.
So not my cup of tea, but that's okay. I know people like it. That's fine. Question.
Pixar loves it because it makes millions.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Sell to all the NASCAR kiddos. Question number 3. In which country does Toe Mater first get recruited by Finn McMissile and Holly Shiftwell?
Japan.
Japan is correct. That point is yours. Question number 4. What is the name of the film's villainous Italian race car?
I think I know who voices him, but I don't know his name.
Okay. Would you like to steal there, Lazerdude?
Is it Francesco?
It is Francesco.
Oh,
You may have that one. Francesco Bernoulli.
nice.
It just came on me in the last second. I was like,
All right. Next question is a mutant toy bonus. We got Jingle Joe. Now, Jingle Joe does not he communicates in music. So I've got some music playing here. And you can go ahead and answer that question whenever you're ready.
What's the question?
Well, Jingle Joe can't talk to us, so we have to kind of make a guess.
So it's like I have to answer a question I don't even hear. Well, the name of the song is "If I Didn't Have You" from Monsters Inc., and it was the first Pixar film to win the Academy Award.
It's unfortunately not the right answer. Lazerdude, would you like to steal?
is this the first song that Pixar produced?
It is not. No. I'm afraid the question here was who composed this song? The answer is Randy Newman. Too bad Jingle Joe can't talk to us. But we'll go to the next question. Question number 5. Which cast member from the original Cars film tragically died in between movies and needed to be recast?
Joe Ramp, right?
No, that is not correct. Lazerdude, would you like to steal?
Right, it was.
No, I don't. I was thinking it was the guy who played Doc, but he died, and then he didn't get recast. They just didn't use him. Either way, I don't remember his name.
So the answer I have here is George Carlin. I don't know if that's who you're thinking of.
Oh, right.
But yeah, R.I.P.
George Carlin played Fillmore,
Right.
the VW bug in the movie.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Or not the, I'm sorry, it's not a bug. It's a VW van.
Bus.
Yeah,
Man.
bus. Yeah.
Dang it. All
right, question 6.
I'm not doing so well.
Which Ratatouille producer was originally announced as this film's director?
Jonas Rivera?
That's not correct. Lazerdude, would you like to steal?
No, John Lasseter, but I'm pretty sure he directed it, but I don't
No.
remember anybody else.
It was Brad Lewis, according to my notes
I
here.
wouldn't have got that. I wouldn't have got that.
All right, let's
Dang
jump
it.
back to our categories here.
I didn't do very good. We didn't do very good that round.
That's okay.
I got one steal. I got my first steal of the game. I'm happy with that.
That's
I think-
good. That's
and
a good
I
thing.
think I at least got 1 point in that.
I think you got at least one of those. You got the one about Japan. Some categories you're going to win, some categories you aren't, and sometimes I'm going to throw a weird musical question at you. So it's a game. We're trying to have fun.
I mean, that was kind of unfair.
It was very unfair, but that's how Sid rolls.
I mean, if you would have said who wrote that song, I would have said Randy Newman.
Right.
You just had to figure out what the question was. I didn't get it.
Yeah. All right, so we're back to our categories.
Right.
Remaining categories be pint-sized Pixar, Circus Bears, Peckish with Pixar, and Raising the Bar.
I'm going to go pint-sized Pixar.
Pint-sized Pixar. All right, here we go. Question 1. Which theatrical Pixar shorts directors went on to do feature films?
I'm going to say Andrew Stanton.
Nope, that's not on the list.
Dang it. Do I get more chances? Or
yeah, you can keep guessing. I'll give you a point for each
Doctor?
one. That's not correct on my list here.
Jeez. It sucks because there was that other one that we just talked about. The guy who did Bow. John Lasseter.
It's not on my list here. Somebody can absolutely correct me if I'm wrong, but this wasn't one of the ones.
I mean, to be fair, John Lasseter directed the pre Toy Story shorts that Pixar did,
like Tin Toy, and
so technically,
you might be right on that. Tiki or Dragon, can you verify either of those?
So technically, he did direct shorts before he directed Toy Story.
I did not do this category, right? This was Dragon's category.
I think so. I don't really remember offhand, but I will look and see here.
Because I think that is kind of like a weird.
Yeah, I think this is Dragon's category here.
I think that it's a weird gray area because.
Well, because he directed them before Pixar became Pixar, but technically he did a short and then he directed.
Dragon says Lasseter count.
Yeah. All right. So we'll give out a point for Lasseter.
I mean, he did Luxo Jr., Tin Toy, and Red's Dream before he directed Toy Story.
Yeah.
And those were all technically done at Pixar.
Okay.
Yeah, it was still Pixar before Pixar was what it is today. So
yeah,
I get the one. I'm trying to think. I don't think I even know any of the other directors offhand. So I guess.
Yeah. Well, you've already jumped in, but there are other ones you want to contribute here.
They said there was Domi Shi who did Bow. I think he might have already gotten points for that one. Let's see.
Gulliver didn't get points for Domi Shi because he didn't actually give the name.
Yeah, I would say the name is important there.
Pete Sohn directed partly Cloudy before he got to Good Dinosaur and Elemental.
Correct. That is another one.
Let's see.
Are you reading off of something, Jacob? Why do you keep looking off screen?
I'm not reading anything. I'm thinking.
Okay.
Look, my hands are right here.
Let's call it one point to Lazerdude and 2 to Wile there for those, and jump to the next question here.
And what were the rest of the answers you had on your list, by the way?
The ones on my list were Enrico Casarosa.
Oh yeah.
And in parentheses, maybe Kelsey Mann. I don't know what the context of that is.
I think it's because I think Kelsey Mann did one of the Spark shorts, and she's directing an upcoming feature.
Okay.
So it could be canceled. So.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll find out. Question number 2. What was the first theatrical Pixar short to feature actual dialogue?
Okay. There's a serious game. There's Flippers. There was there was a lot of these that didn't. I'm going. A lot of these didn't even. The ones that did ended up in theaters. Okay, I think I've gone on.
Throw it over.
Long.
Yeah, I got to throw it over a while. Do you know?
Quick question: does it have to be an original one, or can it be film based?
I don't know what that means.
I guess it's like an original one or one that's based on a pre-existing property. Because
I don't think it matters.
It says theatrical, so it has to be one that went to theaters. So it's like I was gonna say Mike's New Car, but Mike's New Car didn't end up in theaters.
All right, then it's Boundin.
Boundin is correct. So I will give you the point there.
I mean, that's why I was trying to specify that.
Sure.
Because one would be Mike's New Car, the other one would be Bounded by Bud Lucky.
Yeah. I
All
totally
right.
forgot about Bounded.
Question number 3. Which of these is not a power that Jack uses in the short Jack attack? Combustion, laser eyes. I'm
Okay, I would have known this one. I would have known this one because I know he
Oh,
explodes
man.
in fire.
I'm
he has
sorry. That's a
laser
goof
eyes.
on my part.
He can
I'm
shapeshift
gonna give
into a
Lazerdude the
monster.
point just based on that.
It's the one that says answer. He doesn't have answer powers.
It's okay. So you're choosing answer, correct?
Yeah. Sorry, Jacob.
I'm
would've
sorry
gotten
to
this
say
one right
that is
anyway.
not correct. That's not
What?
the one. I just didn't feel it.
What?
Oh man.
Wait, what?
That's not the correct one. In the template for these, every one of them is labeled answer until I fill them in.
Okay,
Yeah. But shapeshift, he can shapeshift into a monster.
He does that
And
in the
I
film,
believe
but not in the short, which means that is the one that is the correct answer.
Gulliver, I'm kind of inclined to just call this question a wash and just give Lazerdude the point.
I didn't even
Okay.
get a
Yeah,
chance.
well, I just say if there was an actual answer in the answer
Yeah.
thing, I might have considered shapeshifting as an answer. But
Sure.
since that wasn't there, and I had,
Yeah.
anyway.
All right. We'll
So
call
he gets
this
a
a
free-
wash. Move on to the next one. This is a quick answer question. Samuel L. Jackson portrays blank in The Incredibles.
Frozone.
Frozone is correct. You snag that one. Question number 4. What was the very first Pixar shorts?
Tin Toy.
That is not
Oh,
correct.
no. Crap.
Luxo
No, I know
Jr.
what it is. Yeah, it's Luxo Jr.
That is also
I
not
should-
correct, according to
Wait,
my
oh.
notes here.
Then it's Andre and Wally D, because even though that's technically made at the graphics group.
Yep. So that's the one that I have listed here: The Adventures of Andre and Wally B.
Yeah, that was not made by Pixar. That was made by the graphics group when they were at Lucasfilm.
Yeah, but if it's on a Pixar DVD, like when you get Pixar shorts, you can probably get it. So they probably own the rights to it now, right?
And then it's the first one retroactively.
Yeah, but
I would open that up to you, Tiki, and say if you have a way in there.
Well, I would say Jacob already guessed once,
Okay.
and he did not get it right.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well, we'll keep moving then. Question number 5. What was the first fully 2D Pixar short?
was it Night and Day or Day and Night?
That's not correct. Would you like the steal?
Where's fully Kickball?
Kitbull is correct. That is your point. Last question of this.
Because day and night were 2D, but the insides of them were 3D.
Yeah, no, I didn't think about that till after. I was like, oh wait, the insides were 3D.
Yeah. Last question of this contentious category. Which Pixar short played before Muppets Most Wanted?
Oh, Blue?
That's not correct. Wile, would you like to steal?
Party Central.
Party Central is correct.
Lou
that
played in front of Cars 3.
Yeah, I had no reference, so I just took a stab at it.
Okay. So our remaining categories here, we have Circus Bears, Peckish with Pixar, and Raising the Bar.
I'll
Which
go
one would you
with
like?
I'll go with Raising the Bar.
Raising the Bar. First used in Terminator 2, what proprietary Pixar developed software has been used to stitch together all the digital assets of a scene or effect into an individual frame?
RenderMan?
RenderMan is correct.
Ooh.
This is something that has been studied by animators at the school that I went to, Minneapolis College of Art and Design. It's a really cool piece of software, and it's a really cool piece of animation history. Next question is a quick answer. Pixar's title sequence features an animation of
Lamp.
Also, lamp.
Alexa Lamp is correct.
Wait, who's? I just said lamp, so
Pretty sure I said that first.
I heard
'Cause
laser.
I was done talking by
I would
the time
agree
you,
that was
you
Lazerdude first.
All
So I
right.
believe that one is yours. Next question. Now a staple for modern CGI films and AAA video games, ray tracing, a technique which allows the rendering engine to store multiple resolutions of textures and output them all simultaneously, was first used by Pixar in a significant portion of what film?
Cars.
Cars is correct.
Huh.
You got to make the reflections on all of those shiny hoods work right.
And that's what made me think of, like, the first one to utilize. I was like, Cars be the only one that made sense.
Mhm.
At first, I was thinking Bugs Life because of like the sun, but then I was like, they didn't really use a lot of reflections and stuff in that movie.
Yeah. All right, next question here. Which Pixar film won the Humanitas Prize, an award for outstanding achievement in the depiction of the nuance of human condition?
Yeah, my guess would be Inside Out.
That's not correct. That's a great guess, though. Lazerdude, would you like a go?
I'm gonna say Wally.
Wally is correct. That is your steal for sure.
Huh.
That is my favorite Pixar film, and I completely agree with their award here.
I need to give Wally a rewatch. I never really liked the second half as much as the first half, but it's been a long time since I saw it.
Sure.
You know, on the rewatch, I'd say the second half is solid. It's just the first half is so good, and it's like a silent picture that when you transition to like just a regular film, it's a little jarring.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Question number 4. What was the first Pixar film to use a virtual IMAX camera system? Lightyear, Incredibles 2, Inside Out, or Monsters University?
Incredibles?
That's not correct. Lazerdude, would you like that steal?
I'm gonna say Lightyear.
Lightyear is correct. You have that steal. You'd think it would have been earlier. IMAX has been kind of a popular, trendy thing for a while here, so I would say that's unusual.
I just feel like Pixar didn't need to do anything spectacular or different with any of the other ones that I saw. You know, Incredibles, Inside Out, University, they didn't have to stretch out beyond their regular means. Where Lightyear was something that was completely different, so I can see why they might have needed to innovate a little bit.
All right.
Next question. Subdivision, an animation technique Pixar developed for Jerry's game, went on to be used by Weta Workshop to animate Gollum in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. What does it do?
The funny thing is, I know that they later borrowed technology from Weta for Wall-E, but that's a funny thing. But I want to say like it helps like in definition for like the human face.
It's true, but it's not specifically what it does. Lazerdude, do you know the answer to this one?
I was just gonna say helps with facial expressions, but
also true, but it's not quite the definition here. So the technical definition is that it subdivides a hard-edged shape, like a rough polygon, enough times that it will appear as like a smooth curvature, a smooth surface. So it's like an algorithmic or, equational process to do that.
Right.
Rather than, doing it with the actual polygons, which I think is pretty interesting.
Like I said, the funny thing is, I know they later developed like crowd technology. They sourced crowd technology from Weta to do the final scene in Wall-E.
Yeah, and it's really cool when you have animation studios working together like that.
You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
I knew that. Yeah, that's the only connection I knew of from Weta to Pixar. So
yeah. All right, last question in this category here.
All right.
The AARP Movies for Grown-Ups Award for Best Movie for Grown-Ups Who Refuse to Grow Up is a coveted honor to someone, I am sure. Which 2 Pixar movies have won this award? I'll award 1 point for each one that you get here.
Up?
That's not correct. I'll give you a second guess since I said I would award a point for each.
Toy Story 3.
Also not correct, but those are both good guesses.
I
Lazerdude, would you like
I
to
didn't
steal?
hear his first answer. What was his first answer?
My first guess was Up.
Okay. I'm going to say Inside Out.
That is one, yes. Second guess for the other one.
And I'm going to say Monsters, Inc.
It is not. It is Incredibles. The first one has won that award.
Yeah, considering what ARP, I thought Up would be like one of the ones they choose.
Yeah, definitely. I can totally see your logic there, but
And Up is a grown-up movie, so a grown-ups who refuse to grow up.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess so.
My guess would have been
That's
absolute.
why I thought.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, what?
My guess would be Ratatouille in that spot. Ratatouille, I think, is very much the most adult Pixar movie.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
yeah, kind of almost like a classical, drama, but with a little silliness thrown in a lot of ways.
I think Inside Out is the most sophisticated, important movie that a child could watch. And as I'm about to be a father pretty quickly here, within about a little less than a month. So it's like my mind is just like I was at the dentist and they got me to choose a movie to rewatch, and so I chose Inside Out. And I was just like, this is such an amazing movie. I love it so much. So yeah, it's such an important movie. I just gotta time the right moment for my kid to watch it when she grows up.
I'm about to be a great uncle.
Nice. Congratulations to both of you then.
My step niece is about to have a baby.
Okay, so I think the only the only 2 months left are Circus Bears and Package with Pixar.
That is correct.
I'm gonna go Package with Pixar.
Let's do Peckish with Pixar.
I'm very surprised it's taken this long to get to this category.
What food is used as a tool to introduce the main characters in Inside Out? I can't imagine you don't know, having ranted about it just now.
Well, broccoli.
You're absolutely correct. Broccoli is it.
Dang it.
Question number 2. When dealing with his abuelita, what food should Miguel never refuse more of? Is it tamales, tacos, sopas, or flautas?
I want to say tamales?
Tamales is correct. That is yours as well. We have a mutant toy bonus. Much like Ducky bounces up and down, so do the value of collector's items. Which Pixar movie's tie-in McDonald's toys became the most valuable on the collector's market?
I mean, I gotta say Toy Story.
It's not Toy Story. You'd think it is, but it's not. Wile, would you like to steal?
Incredibles?
It's not Incredibles either. Weirdly enough, it's Monsters, Inc. Apparently, the individual toys have sold for over $100 from these this McDonald's set, which is crazy.
Mike Wazowski.
No, it's a McDonald's toy, so it's Mick Wazowski.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Back to the category here. Question number 3. Griffin nuggets and Kraken legs are served at what restaurant in Onward?
It's the it's the name of the creature. Dang it! I'm gonna kick myself, but I don't know.
Yeah, Wile, do you know?
It's the diner that he goes to at the beginning of the movie, I believe. It's one they go with their dad. I don't know.
It's the Manticore.
It's the name
Tavern.
of the Manticore.
Oh, yes. Right.
Yeah, I knew it was her name. I just couldn't remember what her creature was. My mind kept saying Griffin. I'm like, no, it's not right. Pick the right one, mind.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
He wouldn't put Griffin nuggets onto the Griffin. They wouldn't just say it.
Weirdly, one of the more memorable scenes for me, largely because the lighting reminded me of the Baker Square that used to be in my neighborhood when I was a kid. So it was just like, oh, this is just like Baker's Square, but fantasy themed.
Dude, freaking Baker's Square.
Yeah.
To quote Obi-Wan Kenobi, now there's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I went there in like 2012 with my then girlfriend, and I was just like, what is this? Is this food? Oh, good. I can get pie when we're done. That's good.
Yeah, the pie was
at least that'll work. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Next question. What food packaging does the circus in A Bug's Life operate out of?
Oh, it's a lunchbox?
I don't know if I would consider that close enough. It would be it's kind of close. You're almost there. I'll give it to you if you know a more specific answer here.
Isn't it a Chinese food takeout package?
It is not. There is a sequence with the Chinese takeout box, but that's not it either. It's a Casey Jr.'s cookies box. It's almost like animal crackers, if I'm remembering right. Is that right, Tiki?
Yeah, I would have counted animal cracker box. I don't think lunch box would be accurate enough.
No, it's fair.
The restaurant was the Chinese takeout box.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Okay. Next question. What is the name of the beverage served at Pizza Planet in Toy Story?
Oh, sheesh, I don't even remember. It's like
this is 100% like
Monster
2 seconds
Sludge?
of film. It's not. Wile. Would you like to steal?
Alien slime?
It is alien slime.
Oh,
It's like-
I
on
was
screen
Monster
for
Sludge
2
alien.
fucking
I give
seconds.
myself credit for being that
Does-
close.
To be fair, though, I didn't
You were
hear you
very
actually.
close. Yeah.
I didn't actually hear you say slime. That's the funny thing.
No, I said sludge. I said monster sludge. You said alien slime. I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like
That's-
this is like the spider. And the Spider Verse, like in another universe, it's
Yeah.
monster sludge.
But the funny
How
thing
did-
is, like,
yeah.
the funny thing is, at first I was thinking like cosmic cola or something.
Yeah. How did we not get an alien slime tie-in for that? Like, that feels like something AMC would do with like a limited edition green icy or something.
Or it seems like
Like-
it could be like the new Ecto Cooler.
Oh yeah. Everything.
Maybe
in the 90s was green,
they should have had that short with the alien who's trying to abduct a guy, like the bot, so just slurping on some alien slime.
Yeah. All right. Last question in Peckish with Pixar here. Ratatouille features a real-world wine named after a Pixar executive. What winery is it from?
No, I got nothing. I have no idea.
Would you like to steal, Mr. Wile?
I don't know the exact name of it, but I know it's from Lassiter's, like Lassiter Farms or something.
I'd give you the point for that. It's the Lassiter family winery. It's another one where it's on screen for a couple of seconds, but it's one of those deep lore trivia things that...
I mean, the funny thing is, I didn't know that because of Ratatouille, but I just knew that John Lasseter's family owned a winery in Napa Valley.
Yeah.
You know, now that that sounds familiar now that I hear, but yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that. Yeah.
All
I
right.
didn't even know about the Ratatouille. The funny thing is, I know they tried to market an actual wine for Ratatouille, but they decided against it.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like,
Doesn't seem like a good plan.
like Disney
You should have gone with alien slime before going with their own wine. I mean, know
What I'm
your
saying is,
audience. guys.
it was proposed, like, but they never went through with it. I think it was I think they're like gonna do that. It was like a promotion with Costco or something.
Yeah.
But they decided against it.
Really quick, BlueDragonFive said, in relation to Lazerdude going to the dentist, it would have been funnier if he picked Nemo while at the dentist.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. I don't want to make my dentist laugh too much, though. You know, like I want to give him something. Like, I don't want to give him like, you know, he's doing some delicate work there.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll go with circus bears.
Circus bears, our last Frankenstein
Dang it, that's
category.
what I
here.
was gonna choose. No.
In Brave, which family heirloom being destroyed leads to the film's main conflict?
I haven't seen this movie in ages. I only saw it once.
Same.
A mirror?
It's not a mirror. Would you like to steal, Lazerdude?
It's the family tapestry.
That is correct.
Oh, yeah.
You may have that steal.
Dang it.
Next question. What is the name of the city in A Bug's Life?
Bugtropolis?
It is not. Would you like to steal, Lazerdude?
I believe it's just called The City. They don't
Yes!
have
That's
any name.
correct.
It's called-
I am honestly psyched that you got that. That
Yes,
was a
I am
very
too.
deep trick question.
Yeah, really a mean question, but wonderful that you got it. Question number 3. Which of Aesop's fables served as the starting point for the story of A Bug's Life?
The Ant and the Grasshopper.
That is correct. That is yours for sure. Question number 4. Which of these is not the name of one of Merida's triplet brothers? Hubert, Henry, Harris, or Hamish?
I'm going to go with Hubert.
Hubert is not correct. Would you like to steal, Mr. Lazerdude?
I'm going to go Harris.
Harris is also not correct. It is Henry.
Yeah.
I mean, we all knew Hamish was it, you know.
I mean, Hamish is like the most Scottish
Yeah.
name in that list.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Oh, Hamish, don't you know?
All right. Next question. Who is the witch from Brave speculated to be in the infamous Pixar theory?
Boo from Monsters, Inc.
That is correct. Yeah. I knew nothing about this. I had to go Google this when Tiki put it in here.
I know
That
Jacob
theory
Wile specifically hates our series, so I commend you for
I
going
mean-
along with that one, Jacob.
I don't outright hate it. I just makes more like the fact that people buy into it and the fact that it doesn't, and the fact that it doesn't make any sense.
I think it's a fun thought experiment. I've never really taken it that seriously.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's like you treat it like the whole,
Riley's friend in
Wizard of
Minnesota
Oz with the
busted move.
dark side of the moon thing, something like that.
Oh yeah, oh man.
Fun to think about, but
The thing with Wizard of Oz and Dark Side of the Moon is that it's not the movie itself; it's the album that just syncs well with fucking anything.
Yeah,
that's the trick of that whole thing.
Right.
People have literally synced Paul Blart, Dark Side of the Moon.
I need to see that immediately.
Whoa.
Okay. All right. Last question in this category here. Which attraction in Disney California Adventures, now defunct A Bug's Land, was themed to P.T. Flea's Circus? Got to have a ride question in here on this channel.
At least one, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lazerdude, you want to steal?
Let's see. I've never been to California Adventure. I'm gonna say Frozen. I don't know.
Can I say the name just because I think it's a fucking ridiculous name for an attraction?
It's a terrible name, yeah. So apparently it's called Tuck and Roll's Drive 'em Buggies.
That honestly
Yeah.
might be the cake for like one of the worst names of any Disney attraction.
Huck and Rolls driving.
Huck and Rolls Drive 'em Buggies.
It's pretty
You got both the N instead of the and then the EM.
That is like the most redneck name for a ride.
Huck and Rolls Drive 'em Buggies.
Yeah, I'll go down to roll down a buggy. Yeah.
You know what the really sad thing about Tuck and Roll's Drive 'em Buggies was, though, is that it was by far and away the lamest, most slow, uneventful bumper car ride I have ever been on. Like, you would not believe how
Horrible.
moved.
Okay.
Gulliver, before we start this, remind me, this is out of 5 points, right?
Yes,
Okay.
0 to 5 points here. So now, as we tally up our final points, we're going to take a moment to break out the soapbox and ask our contestants to step up and take a stand. Yes, named in honor of the late, great Stan Lee and his famous column in the back of Marvel Comics, we are going to ask each of our contestants a question about the best things within the fandom of the evening, and ask them to give us an open-ended answer that explains not just why they are factually correct, but morally correct, just like Stan would have wanted. So I have a question for each of you. Lazerdude, you have the opportunity to go first. If you wish, you may have Jacob go first instead. Up to you. What you would like to prefer. You want to go first?
Yeah.
All right. Your question is, Which Pixar film most deserves a sequel?
Okay. Now I got to think about this for a second because some of them are getting sequels.
Yeah, I was gonna say just to clarify here, he can't pick any that have actually been announced, so no Inside Out 2 specifically.
He can pick whatever he wants. The
He can't
statement
pick
is
Inside Out 2.
sure.
Well, I'm personally not going to choose Inside Out 2 just because, with it already getting a sequel, it's like
I respect
I'm
that.
arguing into the wind, even though it's already happening. It's like it's hard to argue for something when it's already happening. Sorry, I just need a second to look at my Pixar movie collection and see what movies jump to mind. Because there's a lot of them that have had sequels, and a lot of them that I don't want to have sequels. Okay. Yes. And now I'm sorry, I accidentally started clicking stuff with my mouse. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna say A Bug's Life.
All right.
Or sorry, I'm treating this like it's the debate night, so I just got to start talking about it. So
Yeah, go for
I
it.
will start doing that. I think Bug's Life is a movie that I think would deserve a sequel, would really improve the story, because I think they've had the good thing. The colony is now working together. They've now decided to be a unit, and they're all following the new princess's lead. And I think you could tell a lot of stories with that, like her struggles with becoming the new leader. Sure, they all banded together and the grasshoppers are gone, but now they have to find a new way to lead this colony into the future. And what happens if a catastrophe happens? What happens if we see some humans do some stuff to the ants? What are they going to do? Maybe we can see some other species coming into the mix, or as I say, humans pouring water down their hole. How does that affect the colony? Where do they move? Maybe the colony has to move to a new place. Now you have people doubting the leadership of Flick and the princess, who is now the queen. And you could tell a lot of stories with that, and the roles of a leadership, how much that responsibility takes on, and how you can help somebody who's put in that position. I think would be good timing to do a movie and I think the technology has advanced so much since the original Bugs Life that you could really increase the scope of the whole thing. I think it would be really interesting to see where they would go with it.
Awesome. I love that. So Tiki, feel free to assign some points as you see fit there.
All right.
We'll jump ahead to Jacob Wile here. Your question is, which Pixar film is the most underrated?
The most underrated. I'm actually gonna. This might be a little bit, maybe a bit. I'm gonna go with Onward.
All right, make your case.
It's like the thing is, Onward kind of a lot of what makes Onward underrated was like, especially like it's definitely the most recent underrated movie that comes to memory. But it's also the product of poor timing. It literally came out in theaters in March of 2020. It was a product of incredibly poor timing. And even after the movies that came out afterwards, they got a lot more press for positive or negative reasons. Even in terms of even looking beyond terms of box office gross, a lot of films have gotten more media coverage for different reasons. But Onward is just kind of just fallen by the wayside. It's and it also came out the same year as Soul, which has seen high acclaim and awards. And compared to other output, Onward has just kind of just fallen by the wayside. Not a lot of people really talk about it in their string of recent movies. I see more people talking about say Luca, Turning Red, Lightyear, and now especially Elemental. But basically due to those combining factors and everything, and the fact that it was just kind of quietly put onto Disney Plus during the pandemic, I'd say that kind of qualifies as being the most underrated film in their library.
All right. I like that too. Tiki, feel free to assign your points as you see fit here.
Okay.
After taking a stand on the soapbox here, our contestants have played their last cards of the game. As the points are totaled, I want to take a moment to thank each of you for waving your geek flags with us tonight and see if you had any final thoughts about how the game went. Lazerdude, how do you think things went tonight?
Oh, I think that I honestly, in the first round, I thought I was completely screwed because, like, I'm good at a lot of the stuff that happens in the story, but behind the scenes, like who directed this and stuff like that, like a lot of that just goes right over my head. And so it's like when there was a few of those in like the very first round, I was like, but I think I did okay. I ended up, doing fairly well. I'm not sure how well I did overall. I still think Jacob is a very, very good opponent. I like this. I like this the format of the game. I'm glad that for the most part we weren't all yelling out our answers at the same time. But I like that it came every now and then to keep us on our toes.
Yes.
Because I wasn't sure going into this how the trivia was gonna be if we were constantly gonna be flipping back and forth. But I think I enjoyed the format and stuff. And would do it again if it was something I knew.
Awesome. Wile, how about you? How do you think things went for you tonight?
Well, first off, good game, Lazerdude. I don't know the score, but still good game. It was fun going up against you and testing our mettle of Pixar knowledge. I did kind of like this format. There were a lot of stuff that I wasn't kind of expecting. I wasn't expecting a mishmash of like different categories.
The surprise makes it really fun, I think.
Yeah, I also wasn't expecting a question where I had to answer the question where I didn't even know the question.
Yes. We got to keep you on your toes. We got to get weird with it sometimes.
But I knew the answer to that anyway, but I didn't know the question.
Yes. Yeah.
So I was like,
it's okay. You won. It's okay.
I know. I'm just saying. But
before we get to the results, I do want to highlight.
I also wasn't done yet.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I had a lot of fun. I'd like to do this again if it's a topic that I'm familiar with, and hopefully it turned out well for the both of us. There are parts where I definitely stumbled where I thought I would have done better, and I realized a lot of my research I looked into was kind of superfluous.
Yeah,
there
same.
Definitely parts where both of you just stomped through the questions like it was nothing. So it's a challenge with this specific format to come up with a question that's somewhere in between. Everybody knows this, and this is fucking impossible. Finding that middle ground is a challenge. Yeah. So we tried to put a couple of both of those in there and hope that the rest are somewhere in the middle.
I had in preparation, I listened to a couple of Pixar trivia on things, and they're terrible. It's like, what is the name of the main character in Monsters Inc? It's like 3-year-olds can get this, okay? Don't my intelligence.
I literally Googled Pixar trivia, and one of the questions who is the main character in WALL-E?
Wow.
Screw you. It's oh my gosh. It's just because I'm looking up something for animated movies doesn't mean I'm a child. So you guys had a lot better questions that were the right amount of challenge.
I looked up looked up how much it costs to acquire them, who founded Pixar, what year they were founded, things like that.
Yeah. I think those are some great reflections, and I think that kind of reflection on how thing goes always helps make each episode better. I do want to highlight a couple wonderful comments from Code Geass anime fan here, if we can, Tiki. Yes, that's the one. IMO, Pixar doesn't really have underrated films. Overrated films is a different story.
Well, I mean, and all maybe not, but in terms of Pixar themselves, I think that's where the question lies.
Yeah. I also love the comment WALL-E is the main character in WALL-E, because it is true.
Yeah.
Well done.
I would be kind of interested to hear what Lazerdude thinks the most underrated film is.
Barbara Streisand is the main character of WALL-E.
What would you say, Lazerdude?
I was thinking about that as you were saying, and I do think Pixar, the early Pixar, is all held in such high regard. I think Bug's Life has been forgotten by the wayside, but a little bit understandably so. It's a little bit more cliched and straightforward of the other Pixar works of the early days. I would say that Toy Story 2 sometimes gets lost a little bit in the mix of the trilogy, but I wouldn't say that for everyone. I just say that would be for people now looking back. And I say trilogy, but Toy Story 4 is there and that exists.
And it's about to be a quintology.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of Toy Story 4, and I'm probably not going to be a fan of Toy Story 5. I don't know.
And for my sequel pick, I think I would have gone controversially like another Incredibles movie, just so Brad Bird could like implement all the ideas he had for 2.
Yeah. I actually would have gone a similar route with the sequel thing. I think I would have chosen a sequel to the original Monsters, Inc.
Okay.
To round out the trilogy.
Yeah. Hey, I was rewatching some of my reviews of the Pixar movies in preparation of this, and if there was a question like which Pixar movie got done the most dirty, I would have said Coco, because my theater advertised Coco as Olaf's Frozen Adventure with Coco. Like they advertised the Frozen short over Coco, and I'm like, that felt so wrong, especially because Coco is amazing and that short is terrible because it's not a short; it's amazing. A half hour long.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with Olaf's Frozen Adventure is like it's not great by any means, but I think it's a solid enough like standalone Christmas special for Frozen. The thing is, it just should have never been put in front of Coco. That was like ridiculous.
Yeah.
I actually think doing that was a disservice to both of them. Because people are always going to look at Olaf's Frozen Adventure in a negative light when I think I would call that harmless, but obviously putting in front of Coco was not harmless. But okay.
Harmless in itself.
Yeah, well, I don't think we should keep people waiting any longer to find out what the scores are here. But I do love all of those reflections. So, Tiki, the results are in. Who is tonight's winner?
Tonight's winner with a score of 42 points is Jacob Wile.
Woohoo!
Congratulations, Jacob Wile.
And I will say, Lazerdude, you did have kind of like a late stage comeback as far as making up for some points. You did have a good streak going on there. But this was definitely the biggest blowout that we've had so far because the final score was 24-42.
Wow. I totally understand that. Yeah.
Also, I think
debates are more my strong suit.
I think we need to keep track because Jacob Wile, I actually think had a very dominant performance, and I think 42. Like, I'd be interested to see if that's like if anyone beats that high score anytime soon.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Jacob. Your prize is the eternal satisfaction of having known more about things than someone else at one particular moment in time. As well as the aforementioned $10 Chipotle gift card, if you wish.
I don't even like hot stuff anyway, so I would have just.
You don't have to have it. I just throw it in there because I think it's fun and kind of silly.
And I've actually never eaten at Chipotle before.
Okay, if you don't want it, you don't have to.
I'll take it. I have an excuse now.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for joining us, everyone. We hope that you'll be back next time to play along with us.
Just to shout out everyone in the comments, we had Dylan Davis, BlueDragonFive, Little Blue, Kogias, Z and K. I did not shout him out, but New Horizons music briefly popped up. So yeah, big thanks to all you guys.
All right. We hope that you'll all be back next time with us to Geek Out.
I can't dance. I didn't win. I think it has this victory dance.